Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Kai here, and I thought I would go ahead and make this tutorial about how to make our Kalo model. Sound good? Okay, so some of the materials you're gonna need are just these regular bowls, like something that you can paint on. It can either be this styrofoam or we can use paper. You're gonna need scissors, a hot glue gun, and now this is the most dangerous tool we'll be using today, if not the scissors. So make sure you ask for an adult's help or ask permission from your parents that you're allowed to use it. So a hot glue gun, some green paper. I found this really nice green paper, and pipe cleaners. And I found this tinsely pipe cleaner. So get your supplies together and then we'll start. All right. So what we have is our two bowls. 1, 2. And to prep for this video, what I did was I went ahead and painted them both brown with just some regular brown paint, tempera paint. And what I want to do is I want to create the bottom, the actual corn of the plant. See that? So to get them to stick together, I'm going to use the hot glue. And I'm just going to go around the edge of the bowl with the hot glue. So you might want to ask mom and dad to help you with this part. There we go. And I put them together. Be very careful not to touch it because it's very hot. And there we have it. That's the bottom portion. Yes? We can put that on the side. And now the next portion that we're going to be making is we're going to go ahead and prep our pipe cleaners. So we have 2 of them. We're just going to fold them. I would say one we can fold in half. And in half means equal sides. Folded it right in half. And then the other one I kind of folded a little bit off center. They are going to be, put a little hot glue on that, on the bottom. I'm going to put that right on the top. And for this part, you might have to hold it. So I'm just kind of holding it without touching the glue because it is very hot. I'm going to put that on the side to let it dry. So we have our green paper. And we want to create these leaves. What do the leaves look like to you? That's right, hearts. So how do you cut a heart out of a piece of square paper? Again, we're going to use that fraction. We're going to fold it in half. Do you notice the texture of this paper? So cool. Kind of looks like a real leaf. I'm going to use my scissors, thumb, and 3 fingers. And we're going to cut out a half an ear. So up, around, and down. So when I open it up, I've got a heart. So I have my 4 hearts cut out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 hearts. I think I need 4 hearts because I have 4 stems here. Remember, we have our 4 stems, so each one's gonna need a leaf. So I cut out the 4 hearts to make the leaves of my Kalo plant. Again, I just folded it in half, and then I cut out an ear looking shape. And don't worry, any green paper is gonna do, okay? So once we do that, we have 4. I wanna make the shoot, so Kalo plants have a shoot. That means it didn't open yet. It's the leaf that hasn't unfurled. So to do that, I'm gonna just take this heart and I'm gonna roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, till it looks about like that. That looks good. And I'm going to use some hot glue. I like using the hot glue because it just dries so quickly. But be very careful or ask an adult to help you. So there we go. We don't want you to burn your hands. Okay. So then this I'm going to connect to my stem. And again, it's the hot glue. Add the hot glue to the stem. Ask an adult to help you. And connect that. So that's that leaf that hasn't opened yet. And it is okay if it's just kind of got a little motion in it. That's beautiful. Then I have 3 other stems, because if you've ever seen in a lo'i, they don't grow very perfectly symmetrical, right? It's okay if they are wild leaves. Okay. So what I found is that if you take your stems and you bend them a little on the top, that's going to be easier to connect the leaves. So I'm going to give a little bend to each of these stems, like so. And then I will just add a little hot glue to the top. And lay my leaf right on the top. Look at that. Beautiful. So go ahead and do that for the other 3 leaves, and then we will join back together and continue. Hello, boys and girls. So in conclusion to our Kalo model, I just wanted to show you the finished product one more time and let you know there were a few things that I needed to do to complete it. So I noticed that my leaves are a little big, and they didn't match the stalk. So in that case, what I can do is I can take each leaf, now that they're hot glued, and I gave it a little bit of time to dry, and I can take my scissors, handy dandy scissors, and I can just trim the leaves, because now everything is nice and dry. You don't want to do this while the hot glue is still drying, but now that it is dry, I can go ahead and I can trim. So you're just going to trim around like so. Yes. And then that'll make, I can decide if I want one leaf bigger or one leaf smaller. And that is because, think of a plant. A plant doesn't just all of a sudden pop out of the ground and all of the leaves are going to be the same size. Remember, everything grows at its own pace, just like you and me. So you can make some leaves bigger because they're older. They've had more time in the sun to grow. You can make a few little leaves because maybe they just bloomed. And then you have this young shoot that hasn't even opened. It's your art, so you make it as unique as you are. Aloha!